Hi, and welcome to the Safeguarding Briefing, which aims to update you with safeguarding and wellbeing operations over the first term of this academic year. As many of you know, I'm Pete Gammon and I'm the Head of Safeguarding and Wellbeing Services. Whilst I appreciate that some of the data contained within this briefing is really uncomfortable to hear, it's also really important to recognise that on each occasion the Safeguarding and Wellbeing team has received a referral from you, we have been able to reduce exposure to harm and abuse to our learners. I wish to thank you all for your vigilance and passion when it comes to learner welfare and learner wellbeing. I'm in an incredibly privileged position to be able to see the difference that you make to the lives of our learners through the referrals that you submit to our service. As many of you expect, the overall picture in terms of referrals to the Safeguarding and Wellbeing Service is one that continues to increase. As at the 16th of January, the service has received 53% more referrals than over the same period last academic year. The service has received a 96% increase in referrals for safeguarding support, and the Wellbeing Service has provided 40% more mentoring sessions, again, than over the same period last academic year. Referrals for learners aged 16 to 18 account for 86% of all referrals received by the service. However, we remain massively committed and determined to support our vulnerable adult learners too. For the first time this academic year, our primary source of referrals are for learners referring themselves to our service. I have analysed the referrals the service has received and observed some clear trends. And perhaps unsurprisingly, referrals requesting support for learners experiencing mental ill health account for a large portion of all of the referrals to our service. In fact, 41% of all incidents the service has managed relate to mental ill health. The service has received a 191% increase in learners requiring support for self-harm, 34% increase in learners requiring support for experiencing suicide ideation, and a 147% increase in learners disclosing that they have attempted to end their lives through suicide. This data is consistent with experiences of almost all colleges across the AOC network. For those who wish to know more about learner experiences in relation to mental ill health, the AOC published its Mental Health Survey report in 2023, and this can be found online. As we know, children can abuse other children, and this is generally referred to as child-on-child abuse and can take many forms, but can include things like bullying, which includes cyberbullying, sexual violence and sexual harassment, physical bullying, to name a few. The college has seen a huge increase in reports of child-on-child abuse, in fact 507% increase in incidents under this category. Please can we as staff ensure that we are continually looking out for and reporting all cases of child-on-child abuse. The service has also responded to more reports of poor learner behaviour than in any previous academic year. This year we have seen a 71% increase in behavioural incidents than last academic year. This has resulted in over 300% more suspensions issued by the Safeguarding and Wellbeing Service. Substance misuse continues to be an escalating theme, and the substances that are being used are of concern. We are receiving reports of learners using Class A substances such as cocaine, MDMA, as well as other substances of concern such as Xanax and ketamine. Please remain vigilant and always report concerns where learners have disclosed their or others' substance misuse. The college is also aware of a possible connection with urban centres that possibly indicate county line operations, so again remain vigilant and share any information you receive. Updating you around prevent operations, the service has also received over a 600% increase in concerns where learners may be at risk or vulnerable to extremism. This increase is primarily explained by Petroc's investment in a new filtering and monitoring system called IBOS. This technology has enabled the service to identify learners who are searching online for topics which could be relating to extreme ideologies or beliefs. The current concerns identified from the referrals relate almost entirely to the extreme far right. Please remain vigilant to the risks to our learners from extremism and report all concerns identified. We must not only rely on the iBoss system, staff should physically monitor learner usage of technology whilst on our campuses. There have also been a significant number of incidents reported to the Safeguarding and Wellbeing Service of extreme far-right graffiti across our campuses, and again, please report any such instances you see. There has also been a 300% increase in reports relating to hate crimes or hate incidents, and these are primarily around racist or homophobic language used. Please report any instances where you experience or witness a hate crime or incident to the service. I'm delighted to be able to brief you on how we as a college are responding to this increase in demand from our learners for increased support. I'm really pleased to be able to advise you that the college is investing in 3 new roles which directly address the gaps in current resource and service capabilities. Firstly, we have a vacancy for a college nurse. Second, we have another vacancy for a college counsellor. And third, for a campus liaison officer to manage cross-campus behaviour. These are 3 exciting positions which we are currently recruiting for, which will add to the capabilities of our service. And lastly from me, please can all staff ensure that they are following the correct referral process to request support from the Safeguarding and Wellbeing and Counselling services. Please use the Safeguarding and Support referral tab on the My Petrock homepage to access any of these services. And lastly, again, I said that before, but lastly from me, I want to leave you with a slide of the key points from this briefing and the key takeaways that I really wish you to remember. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you around.